Spotlight. It's all about Maryland living.
Welcome to Maryland Spotlight. I'm Kim Knight. A lot of times you hear about programs on television or radio dealing with donating your vehicle. Well, I have a unique program here today called Vehicles for Change. Joining me is the president, Martin Schwartz. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
So tell me about Vehicles of Change. How is it different from these other programs?
Well, we're different in that the way we use the car. Vehicles for Change mission is to provide transportation to low-income families so they can escape poverty. So what we do is we take the car, if it's in good enough condition, and we repair it, and then we identify a family that needs a car to get to and from employment to escape poverty. So we actually award the car to a family.
And that's got to make such a difference to them. Tell me about Walk in Your Shoes program. What is that all about?
Well, what we did back in October in Baltimore, and we did it in D.C. as well, is we had a program that we wanted to bring to light to the public the trials that our families go through without an automobile. So we had 6 local dignitaries. One of them was Jim Malone. One of them was Suzanne Hutner with the Daily Record. And what they did was they traveled with one of our recipients the route they had to go before they got their car.
That must have been really interesting. I can't even imagine being without a car. So what was that like, just having to go through what these people go through on a daily basis?
Well, the neat thing was I actually did it as well. And I've been running this program for 13 years, and it was really eye-opening for me to see what they did on a daily basis. And we went with a woman who had 2-year-old twins and a 4-year-old daughter. And it took us 2 hours to get to her first job. And, you know, I said to her, I said, how often do you do this? She said, oh, just 5 days a week. I mean, it was amazing how accepting she was of her fate, and that she was just going to do it every day because she was doing it for her children.
Sure, that's remarkable. Well, tell me, how do you select your recipients?
Well, we don't actually select them. We work with other organizations, nonprofits, that identify the families for us. So we might work with a domestic violence shelter, a job training program, a job readiness program, a homeless shelter. And what they do is they identify a family who really is doing all the things that they need to do to make a difference in their life. They're working, they're attending classes, they're doing a number of different things to survive, but they just can't get ahead without an automobile.
Well, I can understand that. Well, another great part of your program, Vehicles for Change, is the tax donation. Tell me about that.
Sure. One of the big differences between our program and any other program that takes car donations is that the tax law allows us to provide a better tax deduction to our donors if their car is going to go to a low-income family. Now, we do take all cars. So we get cars that are old, that have 250,000 miles on them, that we might sell at auction, and that donor gets what we sell the car for. But if we get a car that's in good enough condition that goes to a low-income family, our donor gets to deduct the fair market value.
Wow.
And that's huge. Usually it's about twice as much as a car that would sell at auction.
Right. Well, tell me how people can get involved if they have a car that they'd like to donate. Is there a website that they can go to
There is, and the easiest way to go through that process is to go to our website, which is vehiclesforchange.org. And on our website, they can go to donate your car, and there's a form that you fill out. And it takes a couple minutes because we ask a lot of information about the automobile. We need to know, you know, what kind of condition it is, what it has on it. Is it leather seats? Does it have CD players? Have all those things. So we can determine what we're going to do with the vehicle. Does it run? Does it have any body damage? Those kinds of things. But it's very simple. It takes a couple minutes. It comes right to us. We let the donor know immediately what we're going to be able to do with the car, what basically their tax deduction is going to be. So it's a real easy process. And
it's a real win-win situation. There's no doubt about that. What do you see in your future for the company?
Well, actually, today's a pretty exciting day for us. We just are going to settlement on a big building that we've actually purchased in Baltimore, just in Baltimore County. It's 33,000 square feet. Our goal is to expand our program to also start providing some automotive training. So we're going to start training some auto mechanics, some detailers. We have now a state contract in Maryland to award cars throughout the state of Maryland. So we expect to do more cars. Last year we awarded 465 cars to families.
That's terrific.
This year we're going to award 510 cars.
Wonderful.
So
well,
we're
congratulations on that big day for you, Martin Schwartz. Thanks so much for being with me. Vehicles for Change. Go on the website and see what you can do to donate.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Maryland Spotlight.